Guys, let's get our passport.
If you have to get a passport essentially to go get coochie, then that says something about you. Why? Because there's millions of people here in America, including people that travel overseas. So if you can't get a girl here,
good luck. Okay, the requirements for women is a lot higher nowadays, and that goes for all around the country.
I'm suing. Who is she? Who is she?
I've been watching a lot of videos lately. Just a lot of different content creators. Just chilling. I had a little bit of a creative block going on. I'm working my way out of it. But, that's got nothing to do with what I'm going to talk about today and shit because, it's, at the time of recording is March the 5th, 2023. And, I call these days, it's Sunday, I call it a lazy Sunday. So I wanted to put out some content for my viewers and my subscribers, and I want to thank each and every one of them for their thumbs up and their subscriptions, So I want to put this out right. And what you see here is I don't know what the number is, but it's like a typical Western woman and shit. I'll put it that way, okay? That's a typical sister. All right, run their mouth, living in her own bubble. She can't get out of it and shit. She's, giving herself Stockholm syndrome, with this weird ideology that, she knows what's best for us and shit. Okay, she knows what's best for us. And a lot of them talk like this, and I want you to realize that even some of them, the best meaning ones, don't realize what they're saying and shit or what they're doing and shit. It's not your job to try to help them. Okay, it's not your job. Okay, when we say save yourself, black man, we mean exactly that and shit because that's the only way you're gonna save these women and shit by giving them, there's got to be checks and balances. There's got to be consequences for their actions and shit. And they've had decades-long head start on us and shit. Getting to a place where they even eclipse their white counterparts as far as entitlement goes. Okay, it's ridiculous. Okay. And I can put a bunch of videos up to prove that point, but I don't think I will with this one. It's just gonna be, kind of like a little sermon here and shit. Okay, I want you to look at this woman and shit. Okay, she's got her fake hair on. She's got a okay enough features that, like, when she puts her white woman disguise on her wig and shit, she can pass for some type of exotical and shit. She's kind of slim, thick and shit, but as you can see, when you see who and what she truly is and whatnot, you just got to shake your head. I'm shaking my damn head when I look at the end portion of this clip. Okay, where you see her from head to toe, and I want to give her credit for appearing in front of the camera and destroying herself like this. Okay, you see that she's nothing but like what they used to call back in the day. The baby boomer, they used to call some women like this. They used to call them a poo butt and shit, or a poo butt. Maybe that's a southern term, but like she's just a tall, thin poo butt, okay? She ain't got no business and shit. Without her wig on, you can see the nappy naps under there and shit, and her jacked up back of her neck and shit, and she probably don't shave down there or nothing. You get to see the essence of what she truly is and shit, okay? Just a basic female. All right, when I say a basic female, that's like a woman who's genetically, female, with all the plumbing and everything, but nothing more, nothing less. She has no guidance. She has no grace, no discernment, no femininity. Okay, she might be fit, but she's not fit mentally or spiritually and shit to be a partner to anyone. And you should never let this in your house. You need to treat this like an alley cat and shit, okay? And just put it out on the doorstep and shit. Don't never bring something like this into your sphere. Keep it at arm's distance. That's as far as close as anything like this should get to you. All right? I'm not telling you anything. A lot of my contemporaries are talking about, what's called the black pill and going full, chastity and shit and just saying fuck them all together and not doing shit, if you can't leave the country and everything and, reboot the nuclear family outside of the confines of this, this this dying construct that is the colonies. Okay, all right. We're on a plantation. We're on a plantation down here, and these women see themselves as our overseers or something. You know, that's why they say this insane shit to us. You know, it's ridiculous some of the things that come out of their mouth, and they don't realize it and shit. Even when you point it out, and you take the time. I've seen innumerable videos of men sitting on these fucking panels trying to talk to these women like, you know, like adult human beings, and the shit just, you know, falls in on itself like a house of cards. You know, just devolves into just, you know, screeching. You know, and then shit talking and everything, and the guys don't, because we were raised in the same system, the guys don't have the wherewithal to just tell the women to shut the fuck up. Okay? There's no telling them to shut the fuck up because I'm a misogynist anarchist. It's what's necessary and shit. We want something different. We want something better. Nothing has changed in over 4 decades and beyond and shit. Nothing has changed and whatnot. It's time to do something new, something drastic. And if you care about your people and shit, you tell the young men in it to get the fuck on, okay? To, you know, keep them at arm's distance and shit. I want you to look at this woman, okay? I want you to look at her, and I want you to understand that you don't own anything on her body. You don't have any say about anything on her body or in it or what she does with it, okay? Her box does not belong to you, all right? The box doesn't belong to you. It never will. Okay, it's up to her to what she does with this. Everything she does with her box, anything else she has is her decision to make it shit. It's her discernment, you know, that leave her, you know, lacking in shit. All right, you got to stop making this shit rocket science. I don't want to make it rocket science. You will not see me sitting on a panel, you know, in the company of a bunch of these women trying to get my points across because I think it's futile. It's one of the reasons I classify myself as a misogynist anarchist for this very fucking reason. Okay, if the women are gonna do anything or make any substantive change, it's gonna be within their own ranks and shit, and they're gonna be working towards the future because the present is lost. Okay, the present is lost, and one of the reasons it's lost is because of the weird code of conduct that silence. You know, they discount when you try to talk earnestly to black female in our community and shit. They discount your experiences, okay? They discount it. Don't make rocket science out of it. They rug sweep your experience no matter what you tell them and shit. Okay? Family or no family, blood or no blood and shit. And the minute that you hear that from somebody in your circle, they should be pushed to the outside of it, the periphery of it, and left there for eternity. All right? This woman is a poo butt. The only use you could get out of her is sexual. She's only useful. What I can see, she is useless, and the reason she's useless is because you see her appearing on a social media platform in some skanky, nasty clothes, some little shorts showing off her modicum of dirty, unwashed butt. Okay, and that's why we call her a poo butt, a poot butt. Okay, all right. This is the gospel of the fucking poo button shit, okay? And I'm being real with you and shit. When I tell you that it's time for you to be unapologetically masculine, that is not an act. I am not doing a sketch or anything. I'm being straight up for real and shit. I'm not even playing, okay? I don't want to be, you know, I'm not clout chasing anything and shit. I want you to live your best life and shit and get the most out of things and shit because for so long, a lot of guys didn't even realize they were raised. They didn't realize they were being finessed until they were, you know, aged out of the game and shit. You know, economically, chronologically, you know, spiritually and shit. You know, when that realization comes, dawns on you at a later age and shit, that you got played and shit, you didn't even know what the fuck was going on. You didn't know you was being finessed until the game was over. That's when you see a lot of guys in our community just sitting up with these dead stares, you know, wearing that little sports gear and the baseball caps, just like a giant 10-year-old watching these, you know, the plantation sports and shit and just zoning out, just putting up with all kind of verbal abuse and shit. Well, what the fuck else is he going to do? He's realized that he was finessed, that he was cheated out of all that life had to offer and shit, you know. All right, and they'll just tell you, when you talk to these females about it, they're going to tell you that that's your fucking fault and shit. Okay, you chose wrong and shit, okay? And you need to buck up and just carry the load and shit. Take care of these fucking, these kids that may or may not be yours, and get that push broom out and clean up my life and clean up my fucking credit and be my punching bag and shit, okay? Man, what kind of future is that? Do you want that for your children, your grandchildren, your descendants and shit? I say no. That's why I told you, keep your fucking head on the swivel, protect your economics, disclose nothing and shit, and above all else, protect your seed. If they don't have any children, if they don't have any kind of children or anything from you, they have no fucking power. They can't exert any power over you other than just the basic proxy violence and the sign language and shit. All right? This is why I tell you this, okay? This is the Geek Underground. This is the gospel of the Pooh butt. And SYSBM equals Save Yourself, Black Man.
This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.